We have Sue here from Digi-Notice. Sue, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. Nice to be here.
Of course. Yeah. So you want to tell us a little bit about what you do, what you guys are doing at Digi-Notice, and how you got started and where you're at?
Great. Thanks, Chris. I am Sue, the founder of Digi-Notice Incorporated. We are a condo communications company. So we help condos develop communication strategies that save them money on all sorts of topics, from, AGMs to people jamming garbage chutes to saving water and energy in their condo corporations. And we do that usually via an electronic screen, like a digital display in the elevators. So that's our business in a nutshell.
That's pretty cool. So when you're thinking about your team and the people that are coming on with you, what kind of personality traits, what skills are you looking for that's non-negotiable?
I think forward thinking and positivity. And it's funny, those are kind of soft skills. But I think people who are nimble and able to change really quickly, I think with Digi-Notice, we're the only ones that I know of in the world doing something like this. Like, there's lots of communication companies, there's lots of digital signage companies, but we're the only one who's really taken digital signage and focused it on condo communications. So that tends to be very fluid. We're trying something one day or we're changing it up another day. And so for people to join the team, they've got to be pretty enthusiastic, and pretty forward thinking, because there's always new tools happening. There's always new things that we can introduce. And because we're the pioneers, we're the ones who got to try this, try that, try this, try that. So that's pretty important to me.
Nice. So tell me a little bit about, how did you find WOW? What did that look like for you, coming to the idea of remote work talent, Latin talent, and then us specifically?
Well, I was in a women's business group, and the idea of, say, virtual assistants, or I kind of like to think of them as fractional experts, really, because when you're a small business, or when you're trying to scale or grow bigger, and your client base may be price sensitive, which ours is. The experience, so I was looking for experience, didn't want to hire on someone full time. Someone in the group had mentioned, you should try outsourcing for things like this. And I'm like, what, really? So one thing led to another, and someone recommended WOW Remote Teams, which was really important to me, that I knew somebody who knew somebody. I wasn't just Googling, trying to find one of these. It's not shady, it's important. I think, from what I understood, you guys run a great operation. You treat your people right. So all of that came together to make a big difference. And then certainly when I went through the interview process, there were a few candidates. I think it was really great to me to get someone of that experience to help me where I wouldn't have been able to find that, especially because full-time, I didn't need full-time. So to find someone who is a fractional marketing expert made a huge impact and helped me do something that I couldn't otherwise probably have afforded to do. So,
yeah, very cool. So you mentioned, it was really important to have somebody refer a service to you. What other kind of fears did you have around, had you outsourced previously? Was this the first time you were doing it?
Yes, I had tried one time. I think, I can't remember even how I came to that person, but they were on the other side of the world, wrong time zone. It didn't work out. Language was a barrier to be sure. And I didn't really like that. So I was a little skeptical. But then when this person recommended WOW Remote Teams, it was like, oh, okay. Sounds like you have it all going on. I liked that the time zone is very similar. We're North America, you're South America. So the time zone was not a problem at all. And English, not a barrier at all. And the person I have, Amelia, she's fantastic. The experience and the know-how. And one thing that I really liked that surprised me a little is being a small business, we don't always have, entrepreneurs don't always have the process down pat on a lot of different things. And I think one thing that Amelia has really brought to the table is that ability to be very calm and processed and organized, especially in the world of entrepreneurship. You probably know this yourself.
I do, yeah.
Um, so that whole roller coaster ride of entrepreneurship, she's like a steady anchor to that crazy ship on the tidal waves of entrepreneurship. So there's an
It's great to
analogy.
hear. It's fantastic. Yeah. So what? How about the interview process itself? So you got a few candidates. What did that look like for you? Were they all pretty good? Did Amelia
Yes.
just stand out above the rest? How did that go for you?
Yes, I think they were all pretty good. I think if I remember rightly, Amelia stood out above the rest because she had a very good knowledge of Canva, which that was one of our main tools at the time. And just she had a breadth of experience, and I probably should have looked up her resume again before I jumped on here today. I'm sorry, but she did stand out. The other ones too. There's a little bit of I don't know, there was a little bit of if we should select another person, but then I don't know. And then I met her, and I was just like, you know what? I think she's the right part. She's got the enthusiasm and the professionalism all rolled into one. I think she's really great. So. And she's done a lot of great stuff for us.
That's awesome. So do you think you've grown because of Amelia in any way? Like, has she moved your business forward?
Yes, I think so. Certainly, and has certainly freed up my time. And I think that's the biggest bonus here for anyone thinking about getting what I call fractional help that way, a fractional professional, is because entrepreneurs especially tend to work in the business, not on the business. You're in it, you're spinning plates, you're running here, running there. For the first time, I can go, oh, no, that's taken care of. Trust Amelia to come up with a marketing plan, and I oversee it and help execute and change a million things on the fly like entrepreneurs do. But I think it gives me the chance to stop and think and work on instead of in, so I can take a step back. She might she might think I still need to work on that a little bit, but certainly bringing that expertise to my team has helped, and I think everybody appreciates it. So. Certainly we feel like we're moving forward, and especially with marketing materials, it's like, oh, well, we try something like this. We were kind of positioned as ad free. So because other people hang screens in elevators and they put advertising on them. So our positioning originally was like, ad free, done for you. But as we've gone along, we realized, we're more communications. We're communications, and the screens are just a way to get the communication done. So that's what we're focusing on now, is sort of tweaking it just a little bit to be more focused on, we're a condo communications company. Like, you're not buying screens, you're buying communication. So that's our focus now. And Amelia is certainly able to connect the dots of how we need to roll that out.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, it's always a process, right? Always just kind of finding that target, finding the little success point, and moving into it. It's just
for sure.
Yeah,
and one thing I was so impressed with her is I had read a book by Ryan Levesque, because now I have some time to work on the business, not in the business. I could read a book, so it was called Ask by Ryan Levesque, and I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it's really good actually, and he's come up with sort of a methodology for really hyper targeting your email list clients. So instead of sending out, a shotgun approach to emails, we can target them. So just today, actually this morning, before we jumped on this call, we had done this. Amelia actually went and bought the book, which I couldn't believe. I thought that was so great. She went and got the book. She read it. She started our own Ask Book Club meeting. So we've got this meeting every couple of weeks. So we go through the book and try to implement the strategies that are recommended in the book. Cause she was like, yeah, this is great. So that way we can divide up. We know if we're reaching audience A or audience B, get feedback from audience A and B, and then segregate our marketing efforts so we're hyper targeted to A or B at any given time. So the fact that she was really open to that she went and got the book, that she read it, all of that is so, it's a big relief. It's not me trying to do it. I read a book and then asked the expert how to do it. So it's worked out well so far. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so great when you get someone that's proactive like that, and they just
and she's so quick. Yeah, and it was so funny too. We had so many responses right off the bat. Like this morning when it went out, she's like, "Oh my gosh, we got 15 people to answer right away, like instantly." So that was good. So yeah, but she's on it. She's very calm. She's very good. She's calm.
Great. So if you were at like a conference or something and somebody was talking to you about these same kind of things and they knew you did a little bit of outsourcing, and they hadn't done it before, right? They were in that position that you were in previously. What would your advice to somebody like that be?
I would definitely tell them to call you guys. Like that's for sure. I think the ability to source from different places, like different candidates had different skill sets, so it's not like you were limited to one type. It was like, oh, you had to think about it for a second and go, actually, this is really what I need. I think anybody who's looking for that definitely will benefit from experience at Wow. I think the process was really easy. You know, I don't know if you could make it easier. Really, you get the resume, you get the online call, you talk to the person, you find out what they're all about, and away you go. So, and I think, for us, a big part of Amelia's contribution to the team has been introduction of different tools. Even so, I wasn't using Asana, so it's still Sue typing out emails and sending it. If you're still emailing everyone on your team, it's not very effective. So I found the Asana learning curve a little bit tricky, but she's patient. She'll send Loom videos. Sue, this is how you do this. I'll go, I'm lost. I don't know. Like, that's really a bonus to have somebody that's like that, just guiding you along. And Asana is totally, I force myself. So she makes me be better because I'm forcing myself to go, okay, this is better. Everybody can see this work page, this project. You can add tasks. Like, process is really, really important in any business. And so having someone that is familiar with process is very helpful. So, and that's the kind of experience that I don't have to train her. She's training me, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. And that's what you find at Wow remote teams for, a reasonable fee, and you're getting top notch at hours. If you can't afford full time top notch, you got fractional top notch, and to me that's a perfect solution to get you further ahead. That's what I find.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you. So to flip this around a little bit, all of this has been super positive, of course, but tell me about what could we do better? We're always trying to improve. So where could we make this easier for you? Where could we do a better service for you? Is there anywhere you can think of?
No, I don't think so. I think the only thing I've noticed is perhaps, and it's not even a big deal. It's that if response time can be a little slow, but not usually. But if I'm like, oh yeah, I have to ask Amelia that, and I'll send an email, and then I'll realize I'm so used to fast, so it's a good thing. So used to fast that it's like, oh, she's probably busy on another project right now. Like, she's not there for you, Sue. So, but that's really, I think the only thing. Anything else is, she rolls out stuff. I find that I have to keep up sometimes, like especially if there's emails, I've got to deliver a little faster. So there's a little bit of a rush on that way, but it's all about organizing time really. And she's very accommodating. So I don't think there's anything else really. No, I think that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sue. Thank you for your time here. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Any other thoughts you have before we jump?
No, I think people don't know enough about hiring, like outsourcing talent like this, and I think in this economy, and if you're a young business, small business starting out, that's my lens. And you have customers that it's so cost sensitive. Everything is these days, prices have gone up and everybody's starting to make ends meet. And I think from a business perspective, to be able to get a good talent for a fraction of the time, like instead of hiring full time, it's so expensive. This way you're contracting out. It's a really good way to help you lift your business, and it works. It's a win-win for everyone all the way around. So I think getting the word out. I tell people all the time about you guys, like, oh, I need help, because people are like, oh, I need help, but they can't take that next step to hiring full time or whatever, or they need different skill sets. You have enough to hire one person, but you need 5 skill sets. well, that's no good. Then you can't. That you'll never get ahead. So I think this is really a key to helping businesses grow, because you can get the skill sets that you need in various ways, and without doing a full hire of one person and then waiting till you make enough to hire the next person. So to me that makes sense. And in this, it's very nimble way to run a business in my mind. But
Absolutely. Great, Sue. Well, thank you for your time today. It was fantastic having you here and chatting with you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks a lot to you as well.